Morning guys, it's Monday the 25th of September and week 5 of the series. For the last 4 weeks of my off season, I've had nice progression in the volume, so 7 and 9 and 11, 13 and 16 hours for the week. And even though it's the off season, it still makes sense to have a down week, a deload week. So this week I'm gonna reduce the volume, aiming for 12 hours for the week, and then after that I'm actually going to do a VO2 max block to get ready for Zwift Academy and give myself as good a shot as possible at qualifying. I'm not expecting to qualify this year, I just haven't had the time to get the training in, but it'll be good to test myself and see where I'm at. And then I think I'm going to really aim for qualifying for the finals next year. So give myself the experience this year of seeing how it goes. So yeah, want to do as well as possible. Don't want to leave anything on the table. Alright guys, so I'm going to give a rundown of my plan for prepping for Zwift Academy. So Zwift Academy starts week commencing the 6th of November, which in terms of my training plan is week 11. So it's week 5 now. I'm doing my deload week. So, and this is the end of the off season. Week 6 to week 10, that's going to be a VO2 max block to hopefully elicit some new fitness gains for Zwift Academy. I'm already feeling pretty fit, but getting some key sessions in is going to be useful for doing as well as I can do at the academy. I'm thinking that still want to try and increase the hours a bit, because normally I would have, this time of year, you'd be starting your base season, so still want to be working on getting the hours up. So 16 hours, then 18 hours, maybe 19 then 20. If I'm feeling really good, 20 then 22. But yeah, getting into that more unknown range, like I might not be able to bump it up 2 hours every week, but ideally I think it would be 16, 18, 20, 22 hours for week 6 to week 9, and then week 10 would be a deload week. So I think I try and do 18 hours on the week, and then I reckon during Zwift Academy it's going to be pretty intense, so I might try and maintain 18 hours a week on the bike. Don't want to drop it off too much, because at the end of the day I think having a good base season this year is more important than doing well at some online competition where it's going to be very difficult to qualify this year, at least. Now in terms of the VO2 max block, I'm going to keep it quite simple really. I'm going to do two sessions a week. The first session is going to be a proper VO2 max session, so I'm going to do one set of 30-30s followed by 4-minute intervals, and increase the total duration each week. So 22, 24, 26, 28 minutes total work done across the 4 weeks. So that's going to be the first session of the week. Second session of the week, I'm actually going to do some max effort. So first week, so week 6, it's going to be 4 by 30 seconds with really big recovery, then an hour tempo after that. Week after, because this is at the end of the day in the Zwift Academy, you have to do some max effort testing based off last year. They haven't revealed the workouts for this year, but it's going to be a similar sort of thing where you have a max 1 minute effort, a 4 minute effort, a 12 minutes. So you need to do some practice at going full out. So yeah, 4 by 30 seconds, and then I'll do an hour tempo after that. Then the next week I'll do 3 by 1 minute. Week after that, 2 by 2 minutes, and then the final week, well, week 9, I'll do a 1 by 5 minute. So just a straight VO2 max test. And then for week 10 in the deload week, I'm gonna drop the the VO2 max session down, 6 minute 30-30 interval, and then just 3 4-minute intervals. And then the second session of that week, I was going to do a FTP ramp test on Zwift. I've done plenty of 20-minute FTP tests, but it'll get me used to Zwift because I haven't used Zwift before, so I'll give it a go at the ramp test. I'm aiming for a 400 watt estimate FTP. I imagine you need to, and the way the interval test works is it's 1 minute at each 10 watt interval. I imagine you need to get to about 500 watts to have a estimated FTP of 400, and that just seems like a very much a VO2 max effort rather than something mimicking threshold. So but yeah, it'll be good to try out Zwift, and I don't really care about the number, just I'd probably rather do a 20-minute test, but be fun to use Zwift, I guess, because I'm only really gonna use Zwift for Zwift Academy, because I don't really care about seeing my avatar moving on screen. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the trainer, but like just having it going on the Wahoo is absolutely fine for me. Being quite conservative, I think, but first I'm reintroducing intervals, so you really don't want to overdo it. And typically I'd be doing, if I wasn't doing Zwift Academy, I'd just be in my base season, so doing any efforts at all is something different. And then after Zwift Academy, I'm going to do a more typical base season, all of December, probably all of January, so maybe 8 weeks of straight up base season. Try and maintain some sprints during that time as well, for the same reason I've been doing them in the off season. So yeah, that's the outline plan for the next 4 weeks, and then when Zwift Academy rolls along, we'll see what the actual sessions are and follow along to that and see how they go.
Did a park run this morning, as I've got a 10k race in Cambridge in 2 weeks' time, and I wanted to get an idea of what sort of pace I'd be able to run for that, because I haven't really been running much. So yeah, I started out at 3:30 per kilometre, and then had the option get to 3k, decide if I wanted to push on or dial it back in. So it's staying at 3:30 pace and then gradually slowing over the course of the 5k. So finished in 17:45, so 3:33 per kilometre pace. So I reckon about 3:40 pace would make sense for the 10k in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, we know what we're doing for that at least.